It's not the first time that Turkish president supports Biafran agitation. I read one of his comments, will I say speech, made during the time of Buhari. He was warning Buhari that he should not continue to kill Biafran youth. When Buhari organized what he called Python dance, that Python dance that killed so many youth were killed in a very, will I say, the crime, it was genocide. It is Turkey president that, spoke out. He asked him, why are you killing those youth? Why are you killing these people? They only ask for freedom. And he told him that these people you are killing like this, I don't want to say his word because he was very harsh with Buhari. And he was saying that time that he is supporting Biafra, that he will support them in education and with some other things. He spoke, the speech was, he was even saying it is a...
For you to use your hand and make research and you see what is happening over there, you like to speak for us. So now we really come to tell you, thank you very much, sir. We are honored the whole thing we are doing to the Biafra people in Turkey. Now we want you to help us also to link us up to Turkish government, and help us and recognize Biafra because we are suffering. We want to go back home. Not that your country is bad, your country is good country, but we want to go and see our people and relax with our people. Nigerian government have been killing us since 1940, up to 1960, even up to this date. Make call down to Nigeria now and you see how many people they kill today. So thank you, sir. This is my deputy zonal coordinator, Mr. Gochukwu.
Yes.
So Mr. Gochukwu, indigenous people of Biafra send me and him to come and tell you thank you, sir, for what you have done to Biafra people. You are a great man. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, this is the letter I want to the deputy donor coordinator to read it out.
But Kanu, we really appreciate you, and we strongly believe that your commitment towards our Biafran struggle will be a success, which will know that it has gone viral both in diaspora, Turkey, and in Nigeria. And our IPOB here in Turkey, Istanbul to be precise, they sent us so with this letter. So I want to read out this letter for you to know how we feel, because deep inside our heart we are happy, and also we want to show you how glad and happy we are.
Thank you very much. You most welcome.
Yes. Okay. This letter from indigenous people of Biafra, Istanbul, Turkey. Dear Mr. Abdul Kadim Akan Raham, how are you at the moment? We really appreciate your understanding and support regarding our Biafran struggle, which you have been of a great impact towards it. We feel that your great contribution has made a lot of changes in our Biafran struggle, both in Nigeria, Turkey to be precise, and also diaspora, both in United Kingdom, both in United States, Spain, and etc., etc. Sir, we are glad to tell you that your contribution is going to streamline the current state of our struggle and facilitate it in the nearby future. Yes. Also, sir, we are bringing to your notice that even the last video which you did, which was posted both on Facebook and also on YouTube and other social media, it has gone viral. And even our Directorate of State, COC, a lot of them, both in our embassy in Spain, and all the heads of Biafran, both in Europe and also America, South America, Africa too, both in Turkey, even in Nigeria. Sir, we promise you that if by the grace of Chukwu Okike, what do we mean by Chukwu Okike? One doubt, God in heaven will believe on, which every other person believe on it, comes, that your name will be included among those that help to achieve this struggle.
Yes.
Biafran land will be open for you to come in and do all the investment.
Yes.
Because when you talk about Nigeria today, the people that made Nigeria what it is Biafran people. They are the choosing Jews.
Yes.
So again, from the depth of our hearts, we really appreciate you and ask you for more of your contribution in the aspect of making more video about the killing of Biafra. With time, we will also come and educate you more about Biafra and also have a get-together and a talk about Biafra, about the killing of Biafra, and research more about Biafran struggle. And we are also expecting you in one of our meetings here in Istanbul, Turkey. Thank you very much, sir, for your confidence in us. We are sure you are going to be pleased with this all this appreciation. Best regard, indigenous people of Biafra.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I take this letter because Biafra is in my heart, so I keep this letter in the place of my heart in my jacket. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And I would like to introduce my assistant and the vice president, Mr. Mesut Atack.
Wonderful.
So he is also one of the supporters I will introduce. Welcome. Mr. Mesut.
How are you,
Atack.
Mr. Yes.
So we are with you until the freedom of the Biafra.
Thank you, sir.
And we are planning to organize the official recognize to Biafra officially in our country.
Good.
And our President Mr. Tayyip Erdogan also. I speak with him that he is interested to support the Biafra too.
Wonderful.
And we believe the Nigeria is more than 200 million population, but we believe also the Biafra is 200 million population.
Thank you very much.
Biafra love you.
Okay, Mr. Musha also one of the active, strong and dependable supporters in the postman. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
For local and international efforts from Biafra.
God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you, Pastor.
Right for people to ask for freedom, which one person repeated also in this Nigeria when Israelites and Palestine and Damas, all those people were fighting. I think somebody say freedom is a right. Everybody has right for freedom. So I repeat myself by telling you that it's not the first time for Turkish president to support the agitation. He has been supporting it for so long. So when now that documents are submitted to him, I think he will welcome it because he has started supporting without this document being submitted to him. But now that it's submitted to him, I think he will, intensify the support. Yes, that's what I think.
But some will say that Turkey is not a Muslim country. Them supporting Biafrans, which are Christian. Does that not show you that God have an hand in this?
Muslims. I've been seeing Muslim religion in a different way. You see, they may say they are the same people, but their way of doing things, sometimes their action, they don't act in the same way. You see, Yoruba Muslim, I'm telling you, if there is a Muslim group or Muslim worshippers that I can appreciate is Yoruba Muslim. They have the heart of tolerating. Yoruba Muslim, when you see them, you will know that those ones, I'm not a judge, I'm not an advocate for them, but I can say they are even closer to God. Why am I saying so? In families, in Yoruba family, many families of Yoruba, the husband can be a Muslim and the wife can be a Christian, no problem. Children can become Christian or Muslim. There will be no fight. And by so doing, the word of God that I've read in my life, what they are doing is even closer, because God doesn't force anybody. God doesn't force anybody. You see this sunshine, when it shines, all of us will receive the light of sunshine. Those who believe in God, those who don't believe in God, those who are worshiping, those who are not worshiping. God is very good. God has never sent somebody to force somebody to serve him. Wherever you see somebody forcing people to serve God, is no more of God. God is God of freedom. So Turkish president understand it. Being a Muslim, he understands that freedom of worship is good. So as a person who has a free mind, who know what is worshiping God, that we are free, everybody is free to worship, whomever he or she want to worship. Like in Nigeria, I can say Nigeria has freedom of worship because you have Christians, you have traditional worshippers, you have Muslim, and many other religions in Nigeria. No religion should fight against religion. So he's a Turkish, he's a president of Turkish, a Muslim, but I think his type of Muslim and his belief may be the Yoruba way of believing. Because as I told you, in Yoruba land, you are free to worship, you are free to be Christian, you are free to be Muslim. In my compound, when they are doing their Salah, we eat and drink with them. And when we are celebrating whatever in our own side of Christianity, my neighbor Muslim Yoruba come to celebrate with us. We don't fight war, we don't quarrel. It's only in this part of the world that I see Fulani Muslim, Hausa Muslim, differences, and they are fighting against their fellow brothers. You will see Fulani fighting against Christians. You will see so many Hausa Muslim fighting and killing. So Turkish president, I think he understands. That's why he understands that freedom of worship. Although I don't know how the thing is in his country, but I'm saying that he understands. Because anybody that understands God will not create only Muslim or only Christian or whatever. And he did not create only one tribe. There are so many tribes. You can't help God. If God wants to wipe away one tribe, he will wipe them away in the whole world at the same time. He doesn't need the help of human being. Why religious people want to help God in killing their fellow brother? So Turkish president, yes, he understands. He can be a Muslim and support Christian activity because all of us are worshiping God. And God has never sent anybody to kill anybody. That's why I keep on telling you, I appreciate Yoruba Muslim. Here in Yoruba land, we have never heard that Muslim wake up one day in a group and start to kill Christians. No, they understand that worship is a choice. You can worship whomever you want to worship, as you want to worship. In America, you worship whomever you want to worship, as you want to worship, provided you don't harm your neighbor. By the time you worship and whatever you're worshiping is pushing you now, to kill your neighbor. That is the question. What for? What for? We can't believe you anymore. I'm telling you honestly, if you see how I respect Muslims before, I used to use them as example. I consider them as very, gentle people. But when I started to see what they are doing in Nigeria, if you give me even trillions to follow them, I can't do it. But before, I was respecting them too much. So, Turkish president, I repeat it, being a Muslim and accepting and having feeling for people who want to be free, whether they are Christian or Muslim, he doesn't, take a look at that. He just supports human beings like him. It is possible. It is possible. That's what even a really man of God should do. Because as you are seeing me like this, I'm telling you, I don't condemn any religion. I'm a Christian. What we know in Christianity is you can minister to somebody. You can discuss the word of God with somebody. If the person accepts, agree, no man. If the person refuses, you don't force people to worship God. That is what Igbo people used to say. Igbo people used to say, let me say it in Igbo and translate. Anaghị apụ mmadụ apụ aga na mmụọ. You don't drag a person by force and take him to the spirit. No, it's the person must be willing. The person must accept. I want to follow you. Then the person will follow you. You can't drag people. But the Muslims of Nigeria, what I'm seeing, they want to drag everybody. Okay, look what is going on at Oyo and some of our states. They want to bring Sharia law in the same state where government law is governing. You want to add another law to it. What is it? Your religion should not be a troublesome religion. Your religion should not be a troublesome religion. You must not use your religion to trouble people. You should use your religion to show love. You will show us example, the good thing that your God has done in you. And that good thing that your God has done in you will motivate us to follow you and say, this is your God that is doing good. If I follow that God, he will do the same good to me. So you don't have to carry cutlass. You don't have to carry AK-47 and say, if you don't worship, I will kill you. When you are doing like that, it's human beings. It's no more God. God have never done it. So Turkish president, yes, okay. I don't doubt you.
But according to people that submitted the document, the IPOB members in Turkey that submitted, they said when Biafra finally comes, that the Biafra government and the Turkish government will do business peacefully every now and then. What's your take as regards?
That's, that one can even be a good strategy for a religion. And that's a strategy that religion have been using. When even Oyibo, who brought some of them who came with Christianity, many people did not believe them. But when they started to do good things, such as opening school and showing the people the value of school, taking, will I say, caring for people, they were sensitive. They were sensitive to the spiritual need of people and the physical need of people, and they were attending that spiritual and the physical need. That's when people started to believe them. So if Turkish president say he will run business with Biafrans, after which they have gained their freedom, as he said before, that he will open schools. It can be a good strategy itself, even to bring Islamic religion inside the Biafra land by running business with them, by doing good things. It can be a good strategy. The strategy that our brothers are using here in Nigeria cannot convince person. When I see you with AK-47, killing farmers in the bush, adopting children, raping small girls of 14 years, and then you will say, I should clap for you. You have a good God and you are worshiping a good God. I will say you resemble your God. You resemble your God. Your God is a God of violence. Your God is a God that rapes women. Your God is a God that raped a child of 13 years. You carry a child of 13 years as a wife. That's your God. I cannot worship that God of violence that don't want to see anybody. If you kill everybody, who will become member of your religion? That is it. So the strategy of Turkish president can be good, but this one they're using here, it doesn't convince anybody.